but welcome, one and all. So a quick recap of our players, and then I'll get into the story that if you're just rolling in, what you may have missed. So we will start with Mackayla.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about your character.
Hello. Bonjour, everyone. My name is Zera. I am a Kalashtar, and I am a grave cleric. I worship the Raven Queen because she brought me back from the dead.
Excellent.
A pretty average backstory.
Fabian, if you'd be so kind as to tell us about Clef Treblefoot.
Of course, I'm Clef Treblefoot. I am a whimsical musician, half-elf bard, and I am in it for the money.
Thank you.
No punchline of that. I'm greedy.
Me too. Noel, if you'd be so kind as to tell us about your character.
Hi, I'm playing Pax. She is a fire Genasi and a fighter, and she's in it to punch some people. She likes a good fight.
As all good fighters do. And last but not least, Tony Kazimir, tell us about Boy.
Oh, I am a murdered child whose soul is bonded into a suit of armor.
And now you're trapped in a tavern.
Now I'm having fun.
So last time,
devastating.
I know that we had episode 17 of Unexpectedly Serious Turn last week. 2 weeks ago, when we got started, our wonderful adventurers were contracted by the local lord of the area by name of, all the way back up here,
Badman.
Lord Gov Teray. Lord Gov Teray had sent our wonderful adventurers here to investigate why the town was no longer trading with the rest of the countryside and why all communication seems to have stopped. Upon arriving here, they found that everything's fucking dead for miles other than the people. And
The people aren't looking too good either.
yeah, the people are kind of starving. Adventurers have gone into the local inn and tavern, the Golden Sunrise, and as far as the townsfolk are concerned, they just leave in the middle of the night. Upon entering the tavern and trying to leave, they realize they can't. This led to some interesting questioning of Miriam, who, under the under a mind control spell, attacked, and after some fighting, they were able to break her of her curse. And now I believe you guys decided you were going to take either a short or a long rest. I'm not sure. You also fought some zombie myconids. Yay. So guys, what would you like to do?
Would to sleep. I can keep watch.
I would not mind a nap if that is all right. You could more for the spells than anything, but it is always useful to have the spells.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good idea.
Miriam, you guys do remember Miriam tried to like rappel out of her window by jumping.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Popped in through the window. She's just kind of sitting on the floor in a huff. Just, yeah, we should probably barricade the staircase.
Tends to be a good idea.
And she goes upstairs.
What about those chests that she gave us? Well,
You guys, oh my god, you guys got so much stuff out of there. I remember giving it to you. I don't remember how much it was per se, but let me.
I don't think we took the gold yet.
No, we just took shields and I think a big sword.
Wait, I took a +1 shield. I know that because I have it. I did.
The treasure chest gave you a
trapped in a trans-dimensional tavern.
C'est true.
You received a potion of greater healing, a moon-touched longsword, a spell scroll, because you guys had already identified all of these,
Right.
a sentinel shield. You got sling bullets with a +2. Yeah, they hit better. Potion of fire breath. 50. Oh god, I broke them up by treasure chest. 57 silver pieces, 101 copper pieces, and 10 gold out of that was just the first chest. You got an elixir of health, a spell scroll of compelled duel, a regular potion of healing, 41 copper, 48 silver, 36 gold out of the second chest, smoldering armor plate, a spell scroll of commune, a +1 shield. That was the shield that you were talking about, MK, and a spell scroll of calm emotions, which probably would have helped you a little earlier. And
I
from that
calm
one,
emotions by blinding her. Let her not see her fear and anger.
Which of course was not a problem at all.
and you also got 53 copper, 30 silver, and 43 gold out of that one. I didn't add it all up, but all told, I would say 89 gold. And 159 copper, I would say, and 57 plus 48, that's going to be 105 plus 135 silver pieces. I don't know why my brain is like this. I'm sorry.
It's fine, honestly. It is useful to know. I don't
As of
know
right
that-
now, all of you are still downstairs, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know that we gave out all the potions and everything. I assume we did, but I don't remember who got what. So,
I got the greater potion of healing.
okay.
Okay.
I mean, I will take the potion of fire breathing with me if nobody else wants it. And then I think you said there was a resistance or something.
There was potion of fire breath, spell scroll protection from energy was in there.
Very nice.
Sorry, I think I glossed over that one pretty quick and went straight to the sentinel shield.
That's a
I have
level 1
the
spell,
Sentinel
correct?
What happened?
You first.
I was just saying that I have that shield. I took that one.
The sentinel shield?
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I got the Skull of Calm Emotions,
Okay,
if I'm not mistaken.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
there a specification of which protection it is from? There's a
Nope.
protection score.
Nope, you choose at casting.
Okay, because sometimes they.
Yeah, sometimes you're right. Yeah, sometimes they do specify a specific form of energy. In this case, it is you name it at the end of the scroll.
Okay, perfect.
So
Okay.
you spell fire, and then it.
Do we want to go upstairs and take a nap?
She did warn us to barricade. I think if we can, maybe use those chests to try and barricade.
That would probably be a good idea. I do not think I have anything that could help us. Unfortunately.
Well,
Yes, not yet.
I can just pick up the chest, so
I will cheer you on, which will do absolutely nothing, but I will clap voraciously.
Thanks.
No problem.
And then Pax is just gonna head up upstairs.
I will follow.
All right, I'm gonna move us over.
I mean, I will give her guidance if she desires them, but this is the best that I can do. I am not strong. I am very weak in just every
Jeez.
way. Heck yeah, I marvel at her guns.
Pax will just start picking up the chests and putting them right here at the front.
So you're moving the chests right over here. Yes.
I don't see where you're pointing, but I will say yes.
Hold on. Right. Where's my marker? Right there.
Kazimir,
Yes.
Did
Okay.
Miri come with us?
What's
She
that?
ran up, I think.
She came upstairs. She tried to jump out a window and she got puffed into the bar downstairs.
That makes sense.
So even you now know for a fact that even Miriam can't leave.
That makes sense. I assume the trap is actually for her somehow. Miriam, do you happen to know if, like, what is in your father's room?
Miriam, you see Miriam kind of come out of her room. Because I've got you guys all by the stairs at the moment. She kind of looks at the door and she looks back at all of you and she goes, actually, I haven't been in there. I haven't been in there in years.
Want me to bust down the door?
Perhaps in the morning when we are less, how you say, pooped, that might be a wonderful option for us.
All right, well, if we're not doing anything, I'm going to bed.
Wait.
And I'm pretty sure last time we said that this is my room, so I'm going to go in and go to bed.
Yeah, you guys did make room arrangements before because there are 3 rooms. And I believe Roboy said that he was going to bunk with Clef because he doesn't sleep.
Did say that. But I'm going to stand in the hall.
That would be a wonderful plan. Please be sure to wake us if something should happen. Please?
Oh, yeah, I will scream so loud.
Good.
You just hear an ambulance siren.
I believe resistance to
But with that bit of conversation, Miriam does go back into her room and closes her door.
Pax didn't close the door. She just flopped on her bed and passed out.
Oh, let me reveal that area for you. So
I accidentally made it.
you did. I just realized that I can see through the shadow. You guys cannot. I'm like, oh right, I should probably do the thing.
But we still know that these are actually really disgusting, correct?
Yep.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
There is
I
a
would-
small part of you in like the pit of your stomach that kind of wishes the illusion was back.
Right. I would like to try to prestidigitate the bed as clean as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Just as well as I can. This is disgusting.
That's interesting. It's got the wrong image there, but that's fine. Because as you recall, all of these rugs are all torn to hell and back. The rooms.
Destroyed, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So
But in my mind, it looks like this.
We are.
it was once a very pretty inn.
Mm-hmm.
So
She's no longer.
So you guys are going to go ahead and take a long rest, you said?
Yes, with
Yes.
Roboy protecting us.
Okay.
Um,
I need a perception check.
DM, actually, before we go to bed, I'd actually use my last second level spell slot and
Okay.
knock on my own personal door.
Okay. To close it and lock it?
Yes.
Cool. You have closed and locked the door. You do note that the frame is kind of wobbly, but otherwise it's secure.
Okay. Sounds good.
So
It just falls.
right, it slams shut and the door, like it slams so hard it just goes. That doesn't happen. It does secure. So go ahead and roll me a perception check. I don't like how you're smirking.
This many.
It's quiet. It's a little eerie. There's a cricket chirping in the corner. Small hole where you'd think that a mouse may live. Maybe not. As because the sun, you watch the sun go down from inside the tavern downstairs, and as the night wanes on, there's from the barricade over here, you hear something slamming against wood. But
Exact.
you don't know, you're asleep.
Sound.
Pax, you put the chest in place, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll a survival check and a strength check.
Okay.
Straight strength and survival.
Let's
And
see
give
what
me both
happens.
results. Oh God, that
For-
bad.
Survival, I got a 4.
Okay.
Where's my die? Come back.
That part is while important, it's less important.
Not as bad. Where is 15?
So the chests are pretty well wedged in place, and whatever this thing is not getting through. So the sun starts to rise. All of you awake in your beds. You are free to mark down a long rest.
Sweet.
Prepare my spells for the morning.
Perhaps not the soundest of rests, but a long rest nonetheless.
Good enough.
Clef's gonna kind of. Well, I haven't been paid yet, and if I were to go with the status quo, I guess I should just leave because it's morning. I'm gonna go see whatever else is doing, and then he's gonna open the door and he's gonna go into Pax's room. I'm just gonna go in it.
Okay.
Pax is still laying in her bed, passed out.
I'm gonna play a nice sultry waking up tune on my bagpipes. Actually, just
I love that.
like it's grossly obnoxious, but to me it's decadent and calming.
Thanks.
Anytime, Pax. So should we get out of here? Because they say everyone leaves like after the first night. Does that mean we like leave?
You can try, but I'm pretty sure we can't.
Well, I guess we'll get a voted consensus. I should be over here.
Sure.
Because I don't feel like jumping through windows, and that lady's crazy. I'll stand in the doorway and be like, "Hey, Robo Boy."
Oh boy. Just roll boy.
Yeah,
There's no extra bow.
Bobo boy.
That's even worse.
I'm sorry. I love you.
I forgive you.
Thank you. Should we wake up our lovely cleric?
Sure. I'm
Good
gonna.
morning.
Oh,
Now.
Zera.
Good morning. I've been up for a while. I have to do morning reparations.
Oh, what are you paying for?
No, I prepare my reparations is not the right term anymore.
Oh, preparations, not reparations.
That one.
Oh, I thought you owed someone money or something.
No. Terms lose meaning, they change. It is sometimes hard to keep track of the way you speak now. No, I have to speak with the Raven Queen, of course, in the morning.
Oh yeah, I mean, good morning, Your Highness. Let her know I said hello. Should we all get out of here now? Because the consensus usually is just to get the F out of here in the morning.
No, they all get murdered over the night. That is what we were told. They normally get killed in the middle of the night. The fact that we are alive is pretty impressive, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, well, look at us. Look at Row Boy. See, I listen.
Yes, well, of course.
He's the reason I probably would say that, I'm alive. And also, of course, Pax over here, who's just itching to beat some stuff down.
It's so strong.
Yeah, but that reminds me. There's someone was trying to get in. Someone was banging.
what?
Wasn't me. I don't know what it was. Could have been a mouse. I did find a hole.
Yeah, but we've been paid, so we could just get out of here.
I do not believe we are able to leave, physically capable. I believe we probably need to kill the man responsible for the spell.
I'm willing to bet if Pax and Rowboy throw me out the window as hard as they could, I'll get past whatever's happening.
I like this plan.
Or you will roll yourself through a broken window, taking lots of damage that I will have to heal with one of my spell slots that could be used for killing the man responsible for all of this, and end up downstairs on the inside.
I'm gonna play my bagpipes, and then I'm gonna give Pax and Rowboy inspiration to help throw me through the window.
Yes.
I'm going to give you guidance. And no, actually, I'm going to give you, guidance, because guidance would probably be more useful than resistance at the current moment. Although, yes, you can both eat the man.
As I play my bagpipes, I'm like, we've been paid, time to leave the show. Now, with all your might, throw me out that window.
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm going to walk downstairs and wait for him at the window at the bottom.
Yep, I'll see you outside.
Which window do you chuck him out of?
Closest
Oh
one.
yeah, what window do you want?
Not even asking. Not even waiting.
Cool. Let's go.
Closest.
Okay, so this is the window in Zera's room right here.
Correct.
Oh,
Okay.
And Zera is going downstairs to prepare to have to heal him as soon as he is back inside of the inn.
Got it. So that was stairs there. Okay. Let me see. So you get yeeted out the window.
Yote, if you will.
Of course.
Yote, if you will. And you come crashing back in through here and come rolling to a stop just past the foot of this bed here.
do we hear that?
Oh, God.
Roll a perception check.
Do I hear that as I'm
most
walking
likely.
down the stairs?
Oh, I don't hear that.
Do I
I got
get
a
the
1.
I got a 5.
You don't hear a damn thing.
Should I roll as well since I'm walking down the stairs? Okay.
Yep.
You think it works?
Clef, are you outside? Did you make it?
I rolled a 6.
God damn it, Robo Boy, I'm in here.
Nope.
It's Roll Boy.
Like a total of 6. I rolled a 1.
Why does it sound like you're behind me? We threw you that way.
Yeah, there's magics. They were right. Zera was right. I shouldn't have done it. She was right.
Are you a ventriloquist too?
God damn it, Robo Boy.
It's Roll Boy. I keep telling you, but you're not
You
listening.
get respect when you come in here and help me up.
Where? In here? You're outside. We're in
It
here.
didn't work. She was right. I regret it all. I'm gonna crawl like out here into the hall and yell for them. Help!
Oh,
Do
there
I
you are.
yell that?
Miriam opens up her door. And
I assume when he shouts, I can hear him and run back upstairs.
yeah, you can hear him shouting.
Oh, good.
You take 3 points of force damage from the window.
Miriam.
Just the impact. You didn't get cut or anything, but when you hit it, you kind of compress against it, and it just, as it breaks out, and then you slammed against the. You basically jumped into the floor.
Miriam, this place sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like it here.
Didn't you learn anything when I tried that last night?
You did it graceful. I thought I could do it too.
I
No.
tied a rope to my bed and jumped out the window with the rope. You watched me come flying in and come to a rolling stop.
Well, I did it without a rope. And I don't know where else to bring this conversation because clearly we're getting nowhere. You blaming me blaming you, it's not going to get us anywhere. So
He told everyone to saw him out of the window.
yes, with the thought process that Robo Boy over here is strong enough to yeet me past magic. But that's not going to happen ever again. Now I'm hurt. You know, look at my elbow. I mean, it's not bleeding, but ouch though. You know?
Would you like me to kiss it and make it better?
No, I don't want you to waste your magic. It'll be fine.
I said nothing about magic.
Oh, I want Robo Boy to kiss it. I'm gonna try to put my elbow on your face.
That sounds like a wonderful plan.
Zara already went to the stairs, right?
Yeah, she started to go downstairs, and then she heard everybody, the commotion with Clef, and she came back.
Okay, Pax is gonna head over and ask Zara, did you hear anything when you walked by the stairs?
Absolutely not. Actually, it was I was prepared for him to come in to the downstairs, so I missed so many things. Apparently, I'm not any more observant than this. I feel a little off my game. I say, of my chess.
Don't worry
Right.
about it. It's a creepy place.
Right.
Pax is gonna pick up the chest she put down and move it back.
Okay. So you've slid them. They're over here in this area right now. So
Do we want to go back to the to her father's room and break down the door?
Oh yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Which door was it?
Miriam points you to this door right here.
Hey, everybody stand back. I'm gonna do it.
I will tap you on the shoulder and give you guidance, and then take 3 big steps back.
I'm gonna take one big punch at it.
Roll to hit.
You have a +4, plus a D4. You have a plus a D4.
Do I still have Bardic Inspiration too?
Unless you used it.
Yeah.
I haven't yet.
Use it.
Is that a D6?
Bardic Inspiration at level 7, I believe, is a D8. Yes.
That is
Should be.
correct.
I like how you gave us inspiration and we didn't even use it to
Yeah.
throw us out the window.
It's fine.
Level
Nothing inspiring about what's about to happen.
25.
You do hit the door. What do you hit it with?
Just my bare fist.
Okay, so give it
What are you,
your
a druid?
unarmed damage.
Oh. Dang. Hold on. I gotta see what that is.
Is
That was stupid.
1 plus your strength modifier. Unless you have extra stuff, but I think that is only barbarians.
Barbarians and monks,
Wait.
unarmed fighting.
How stupid of me. I should have used a weapon, but it's a 5.
You hit it for 5 damage, and you take 1 damage in return.
That was stupid.
All right, all right.
Wait, no. Let me go again. I'm going to take out my axe this time.
Crack my knuckles for no reason.
Oh. I'm sorry. It
I'm
was
going
very
again.
impressive.
Thank you. I've been working on it all day.
Oh.
By the way, anybody that wants to give me a perception check of the door itself.
Ah,
As I'm punching it. I got 18 for hit.
Okay. I
There
mean,
was
it's a
no
door.
massing
The
to
AC is like 5.
If I missed.
I just got a 9.
Got a 9. Okay.
Plus 5 is 13, plus 1 is 23.
Okay.
Math is
Roboy, are
hard.
you rolling as well?
I got a 16.
Cool.
A
Pax?
16. Excuse me.
For damage, I got 26. No. 21.
So you swing the axe, and when you hit the door, the axe doesn't do nearly the damage you think it should. It's an axe.
And the
Most of
door.
the door is wood. There's like some steel like braces on it. Those old like cottage doors, you know, the big steel hinges, right? And there's a big heavy iron lock on the door. Nothing that should make it so that your axe looks like it kind of glides off of it. You did leave a scratch, but you know, it's not for 26 damage, you would expect the axe to go through the door. This left a scar on the door, but it didn't go through.
Just check this out, Pax. And then Clef is gonna like do this, but then audibly go crack, since I wasted my actual crack on the non-hit. And I'm gonna cast knock on the door to open it.
Where are you standing?
I would say I'm like probably within like 5 to 10 feet, probably right around here, because I wouldn't get like right in front of her.
Okay.
Since she's there, I'm not gonna rudely push back. She'll beat me up. I'm not dumb. I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb.
Hey MK, is there like a cone tool?
Not really.
I believe there's a cone drawing tool, right?
I don't think so. You
There's
have
a-
circle and square, and then polygon. What I normally do will be the like measure and then do the like left click thing where it lets you make the triangle.
Okay.
I don't know if those words make sense.
Okay, we're gonna say I need Pax, Clef, and Miriam and Zera to all give me a dex saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh, this sounds like a terrible plan.
Don't know what happened with my axe. That should have done something.
Being a distracted child.
Oh no.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm double checking that I have the spells I want.
I got an 8.
I got a 10.
I don't think I'm particularly good at this. Oh,
So-
I'm not bad. 15.
15?
Where?
Okay. Okay, so I'm sorry. 20 to 15. Okay. Zera, 15 to 10. 10 and below.
10.
Okay. So Clef, what you see, you cast knock, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lock blasts off because that is what knock does.
Mm-hmm.
It unlocks the door. Because of the way the lock was put through the door, the lock actually snaps off, the door blows open.
Oh.
When the door blows open, because it goes this way, So when the door opens, it opens this way, right? It opens inward, just like all the other doors. When it opens inward, a big green noxious cloud blows out in a cone, hitting Pax, Clef, Zera, and Miriam. Miriam rolled a natural 1 on her deck save, by the way.
Uh-oh.
He was not paying attention.
And Zera, you take 8 necrotic damage. And Clef, Miriam, and Pax all take 16 necrotic damage.
Oh. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that hurts.
It's not great.
Wait, how many? Sorry?
You took 8. You
8.
took half. You passed your save.
Nice.
Ouch. That is still a lot for me. I am very weak.
You have a resistance, though, don't you?
To psychic damage.
Oh, okay.
That's a good resistance to have, though.
It's a great resistance to have. I completely agree.
It's a very good resistance to have.
Thank you being connected to the other side.
However, once that necrotic shroud basically blows out, what you are left with is the room of Umbra Aura.
Aura. Creepy.
Pax is gonna go in first.
The room in front of you, unlike the other rooms, this room is actually relatively immaculate. The carpet is a little bit ratty, but otherwise it's fine. You notice a desk over here in the corner. I have the wrong clicker. You have a desk over here in the corner, a much larger dresser than the others, a very large king-size bed, 2 nightstands with still lit candles on either side, and a lit candle on the desk with an empty mug and a book.
Mm.
Good thing you know this guy's evil. Who has a giant purple bed?
Pax is gonna go read the book.
I'm gonna go lay on the bed. I need a load off, man. That hurt.
Pax, what languages do you read?
Let me see. Just common and fire genasi. I don't know what that word is.
Yeah,
Primordial. I can read.
It just looks like squiggles.
Cool. This
I
is
would
why I
like-
don't read.
There's a couple like geometric shapes on the pages that don't look like writing at all, but other than that, like all of the writing is like in squiggles.
I don't think I will help much. I speak deep speech, undercommon, and curry, as well as celestial.
I'm sorry, what were your languages again, Zara?
Celestial, deep speech, undercommon, and curry. Curry is like the language of the ghost people I speak with.
See, I keep hearing you say curry, and then I remember that I haven't had dinner yet, and I'm like, ooh, food.
You are hungry. That is a bad plan.
That right. So it still looks like squiggles.
Does you guys can't read it? Let me see if I can take a gander at it. You want to toss it? my
Take
way?
a shot. Oh, sure.
Uh,
I'll pick
it-
up the book and throw it at him.
It may not be a good idea to lay on the giant evil man's bed.
It's actually really comfortable.
That is the problem.
Is it? I mean, what, are you vindicating comfort right now, or?
No, I am advocating for caution on a man that created the worst possible place to stay ever.
I agree with you on that one, but let's, if I had this kind of down in my room, I probably would stay even longer. Do I catch the book? You want me to make like a check?
Yes, I need you to roll. Shit, I think it's athletics for catching.
And are there drawers in the desk?
I would maybe.
There are drawers in the desk.
possibly
I'd like to investigate.
acrobatics.
Okay.
That's what I
I'll
think.
take acrobatics.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, Pax.
Can I
And
give her guidance?
Ooh, no, I
No.
don't need it.
Okay.
I got
yes,
a
never mind.
nat 20. I got 21.
Jeez.
nice.
And I got a 12 for the catch.
You got a 12 for the catch. So Pax, roll an athletics on the throw.
Okay.
You want to roll under 12.
Oh, sorry. I got a 13.
So you go to catch it, and you know how like sometimes like when you go to like catch the thing, you just like it just like grazes your fingertips and just keeps going. And you're like, mother.
Yeah. So
That's how close you came. Like it literally, like you had it. It was in your hand, and it just goes, and it clatters.
no worry, Pax.
Over the
That's a
radio.
great throw. I should have gotten it, and I'll get off the bed and go try to grab it, find it real quick.
Okay. When you open the book, what languages do you speak?
I speak.
Speak and read, because it's both.
Yeah. I speak.
Let's you out them.
Yeah, I speak and read Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
Oh, you do read Infernal.
Yeah.
Fuck, I thought I had you guys with that one.
I am the side of the angels. He is the side of the devils. It is fine. We have it covered.
So
And
some
we're
of the
rolling.
so when you open it, like as you're flipping through pages, you notice a lot of necromancy spells, right? There's various, incantations. This is how you raise a skeleton. This is how you summon a spirit. This is how you, do X thing, right? A couple of pages you still can't read, but there's a couple journal entries almost that are like written on the sides of the pages. And it's very hastily written. These are all in common, right? And it's mostly just, those collectors, they think they're going to take my in from me. Oh, I'll show them. I've had that in my family and then it's just like the ravings of a lunatic,
Okay.
right? You'd have to roll me an investigation check of the book to get more, but that's just like a cursory glance.
Yeah. As I'm like peering through, I would be like speaking out loud as I'm reading, like, oh my god, this is like, it's like necromancy hand, kitchen book 101, how to make your own like necromancy spells from home, DIY
So we need-
kind of stuff.
So we need to burn that.
Just give me 1 second. Maybe not. But
Let me go to Pax's investigation check real quick. You said you got a natural 20.
Yeah, 21.
There are a grand total of 7 different cabinets. 4 of them are locked, all towards the top. However, you only see 1 keyhole. Okay. The bottom 3, however, seem to pull free. It's more of the same, like journals and stuff. Most of them dated for years past. In the bottom right, you see a ledger. And inside that ledger, you see names of different arcane spells. Again, all of them dealing in necromancy, just like Clef found out. How much they cost, and the loans he took out to pay for them, as well as the ink that he would need. And it even says spell ink.
This
And then
guy
on the
isn't
very
in debt.
And then in the very bottom, you see spell tome, black. Just like the book that Clef is holding.
We need to burn that.
I would try and get into the locked ones, but if my axe can get through the door, I highly doubt it'd get through the very secretive little drawers.
Romius, are you hitting it with the axe, or are you trying to pick the lock?
Let's see what I'm better at. Oh, I'll try and pick the lock.
Can I guide her in that? You felt guidance?
Yes, you can.
That's
Okay.
sleight of hand, right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Plus the D4.
That's D4.
It's a cantrip. I can do it
25.
as many times as I like.
DC was 20. So you actually unlock the top drawer
Wow. Nice.
and you find a key.
Wait, there was a keyhole, right?
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
this
stick it
doesn't
in.
fit the keyhole.
Dang it.
Yeah, no, the keyhole that you found
Is the one that I unlocked.
is the one that you unlocked. When you unlock it though, you do hear 3 other clunks.
Oh, from the rest of the drawers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll open all of them.
You find roll perception check.
May I make this as well since I am standing next to her?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you're doing it.
16. Not the best, but it could be much worse.
There are a series of different candles.
Wait, I might be wrong about that. Let me double check that.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I got 8, by the way.
Okay. You got 8.
Yeah.
Looks like a bunch of candles and incense.
Cool.
I doubled that.
Okay, so you have 16.
What?
These are all black candles, which you do notice that all of the lit candles in this room are black candles. There are loads of black candles. Black incense smells almost like sulfur. Couple dead rats, and what was it? Let me see. Oh, that's it. I'm sorry. So
as I am, this is sort of my shtick, and also the shtick of the goddess that I am particularly sworn fealty to.
Mhm.
Does this ring any bells?
You may roll an Arcana check at advantage, given who your chosen deity is,
Merci. I'm not bad at Arcana.
and given what we already know about Unbra's book and what's been going on.
18. 18 plus 4 is math. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 1 is 22.
Yeah, these are all used in necromancy.
I want to burn this man to the ground. He
Wait,
needs
why?
to die.
What's going on?
Oh, because he is a necromancer. He is insulting the order of my goddess and life itself and needs to be burnt at the stake. Or any other way we can really set him on fire and ensure that he never does anything again. Also, he's bringing people back to life. So that is so exciting, don't you think? We need to destroy him. And everything that he holds, not everything that he holds dear, but everything that he has created. Other than this inn, which can go to Miriam. She is a lovely lady and deserves good things.
Nope. Guess what, Miriam? Zera said.
Yeah, Miriam's not leaving her doorway. As soon as you opened up that door and she got blasted, she's just like,
yes, please do not go near your father. We need to burn that book.
she's just like, I'm just going back to bed. I woke up, I got yuck on me. It didn't feel good. I'm just going back to bed. And she just goes back to bed.
Wait, Miriam, before you leave, if you would like, I can kind of fix those of us that got hurt a little bit.
She'll come back out. Clef, what were you doing? And then we're gonna check in on Roboy.
I got a 15 on my investigation check. You asked, so I can learn a little.
That's right, because you're looking through the book. So you see a lot of mention of, there's certain passages that mention his wife. You do get to a page that talks about a strangling rug and how to make one, right?
Okay.
And sorry, it's called a rug of smothering.
Okay.
And there's notes in the side. It's like, I wonder if this would work on anything else. And there's like 3 question marks next to it.
Am I adept enough to attempt to make a goose down comforter, purple comforter of smothering?
I mean, it's implied that he was going to make a rug of smothering. out of something. Are you asking if you are adept enough to figure out whether or not he might have tried?
Not to see if he might have tried, but to try and make one myself out of his beautiful purple goose town.
Oh, you're asking if you can make one. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I understood what was being asked. I mean, you can roll an Arcana check.
I would like to do that.
You are a bard. Lord knows you guys do some crazy shit.
The cleric does not approve, just by the way. The cleric thinks that you are an idiot, by the way.
21.
Hmm.
You read it, and the instructions are pretty clear. You could probably make a rug of smothering out of that down comforter if you really wanted to.
Do I need the book anymore? Like, do I still need to reference it right now, or do you think I have a pretty good handle on it?
I mean, you would need to cast it as a ritual.
Yeah.
So you would need the book for that.
Okay.
Just because it's a new spell. But I mean, if you worked on it, yeah, you'd be able to memorize how to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I will sit down with the book in my lap, and we'll kind of just sit there like this, and my bagpipes will kind of start playing a little
What
bit on their
tell
own.
you?
And I'm gonna start ritual casting to try and make a purple
What's-
goose down comforter
what-
smothering.
Okay.
What are you doing with that necromantic bull crap?
I'm making us an Aladdin rug. I don't want to hear it right now.
Okay.
Oh, you're
so
about to get hit and not by me.
I'm gonna start like going through spells in my head. Like one will do the least amount of damage, but still get my point across. Which one can I help heal him from? How many points of damage did he take already?
I took quite a bit. I took
16.
19 in total.
Oh shit.
Because of the 3.
Yeah,
and,
that's right.
just
From
really-
jumping through the window. Yep.
Not getting yeeted.
Yeeted through the window.
Thank
Yep.
you guys very much for obliging me. I need enablers in my life.
Roll
I'm gonna
boy,
cast-
what are you up to? I promise I'll get right back to you, Zera.
You're good.
Vibing.
What's up?
I'm just vibing.
You're just vibing.
Got nothing going on.
So you hear all of this going on in the room, and you're just kind of like, no,
Yeah.
not my ducks.
I just got some bardcore Daft Punk going on in my head.
There's like a small part of your like HUD that's literally just says the song that you're listening to and how far through it you are, and you've probably got it on like repeat. And you're like,
The Daft Punk version of Baby Shark.
Zera, back to you. And then
I
we'll go to
do.
Pax.
I do want to cast Prayer of Healing on the 4 of us.
Okay.
Because ouch.
Ouchies, yes.
Um,
There has been great ouchies, and you guys have not been awake but 5 minutes.
That's true.
yeah, and I'm using a 2nd level spell on this dumb butt's butt. 7. 6 plus 7 is 13 plus 4 is 17. So you get 17 points of healing.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, I'm back up to full. Awesome.
And I'm gonna try.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make a wisdom save for myself.
Okay.
To make sure you don't kill him.
I'm about this far away from casting Ray of Frost on his butt.
Pax is gonna walk over and be like, "You got like 2 minutes before you're in deep trouble."
I'd have to ask DM to see how long this ritual is going to be, so I might need a little longer time. Can you stall?
Well,
I can't
really
help you.
lucky. You are
Yeah,
extremely lucky.
it's gonna take a few minutes.
You are extremely lucky that I am a wisdom caster.
You're like 2
Um,
minutes in. So if as long as Zera doesn't interrupt you, you do complete the spell.
Okay.
It doesn't move. Doesn't even ripple.
I want to try to see if I can command it to do things.
You know the lo-
You try and command it. Roll an Arcana check
What's that all?
and a perception check. Perception first, then Arcana.
Okay. My perception then would have been. I have a +3.
If you rolled the Arcana first, that's fine. Just remember the number.
I will just do perception. That was a
Okay.
9 for perception and then 17 for Arcana.
Okay. At the very bottom of the ritual, it says that the object should like ripple as though blown in the wind. This didn't blow in the wind. Like I realize there's no wind in here, but like there should have been like a mystical wind or something that should have given you some indication that the spell took hold. This spell did not take hold.
Okay. Well, Zera, just to put your mind a little at ease, I felt pretty adept in understanding what was going on, just because I learned some stuff from some might call shady path. But I would never really do anything to intentionally like put us in danger. So I'm gonna.
It's everyone's passive perception.
Very high.
Mine's 13.
12.
15.
Zera, the blanket's moving.
Get off the bed, 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 get off the bed. Get here, right now. Come here. Away, avec.
Okay.
Clef, what
I
did you
need
do
you
to
guys
the
to roll
bed?
initiative.
Not rug of flying, rug of smothering.
It's not a rug of hugging.
That's right.
Oh, I got a natural 1.
Those mean different things. You're right.
I got a 22.
I got 6.
I
I
got
got a natural 20.
Okay.
Clef,
You
this
got a
is
natural
your fault.
20?
I got a natural 20.
I just had a pen. Oh, there it is. Okay.
So can I just scream, "Oh boy, help!"
20 plus your initiative score is what?
22?
22.
I'm not particularly dexy.
It's okay.
Clearly.
With the 22, I don't really think it matters much.
I have saved your butt, sir. Do not.
Okay, so we've got 22 with Zera. Do I have anyone 20 to 15? 15 to 10.
10.
What did you say, Roboy?
I got 16.
16.
It gobbles the first part, so I know.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
okay.
shoot it up just a little bit. Roboy is 16. Happy birthday, Roboy.
Hey!
Wow, you just
And then-
gained 4 years.
Right. I'm sorry, Clef, what did you say you got?
I got a 10.
10. And Pax?
6.
Damn.
Not 1.
Oh, look, you got Clef's IQ score, according to Zera.
Clef, if
Sarah?
I get hit, I'm hitting you.
You get to go
What?
first.
Oh, good. Well, the first thing I would like to do is I would like to cast Firebolt upon this thing.
Firebolt? Okay.
Well, Firebolt. 15 to hit.
15
Well,
will hit.
just
roll it
Treble. Beautiful. 9 points of fire damage. However, it does say that a flammable object is hit by the spell ignites if it is not being worn or carried. It is goose down,
And it's super comfortable.
and it is not being worn or carried.
And I can't
That's true. It is flammable.
So it is flammable, so it is set ablaze, correct?
That is correct.
can't believe
It
you're
is on fire.
This is so
Lovely.
uncalled for.
This
Let me
is
see if I've
extremely
got
cool.
let me see if I've got an icon over here that I can use for the rug.
Burn it to shreds.
Where would it be? Where would it be?
Don't really particularly want to use any of my bonus actions right now because I do not. I think it would be better to keep them. So can I just use my bonus action to start shouting at Clef?
I'm gonna use this.
I will fix your feelings later. For now, I am very mad at you.
So this is your blanket comforter of smothering.
It is on fire.
It is on fire.
I'm trying to burn it to a crisp. I would like to sew the book on top of it.
And how much fire damage does it do per turn?
Well, that's the thing. Because it is not... I mean, it is a... My damage is 2d10.
Right.
However...
And you dealt 9 fire damage, right?
I dealt 9 fire damage. I rolled an 8 and a 1 because I suck sometimes. But like, it's not like it says how much continuous damage it has because it doesn't it doesn't continually damage
We'll re-roll half.
creatures. Okay.
Yeah, we'll re-roll half every turn. That's fine.
So 1d10?
1d10 per turn. So you took 9 this turn. It took 9 this turn. That makes it the rug's turn. The rug is going to literally just slither off the bed and come standing up, even though it's on fire. And it is going to attack. Let's see.
I get hit. I'm hitting you, Clef.
Right? If I get wrapped up in this thing, you are going to be in so much trouble, young man.
Okay. It's going to swing at Clef first, and then it's going to swing at Zera. And it's doing like a lunge attack where it's trying to like grapple.
Wrap us up.
Would you say, DM, that this is a creature that is immune to being charmed since it's kind of sentient now?
It is immune to charm.
Okay.
It missed both swings.
Thank the good Lord.
And that brings us to Roboy.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm coming. Here.
Help, please.
Yeah.
The comforter is trying to attack us.
Yeah. I want to swing at it with my sword.
All right.
Does a 24 hit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yay!
He's so good.
I'm a divine smite.
All right.
More dice.
Need more dice. Need more dice.
I always need more dice. It's a constant in my life, which is the ultimate feeling.
That'll be 8 slashing
8 slashing. Okay.
and 9 radiant.
8 slashing and 9 radiant. 17 total. Got it.
I'm gonna do it again.
Excellent. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Spaghetti on.
Does an 11 hit?
No.
Oh.
It just, so when you swing, it actually looks like it kind of like, and you think you hit it. And as the blade keeps swinging, it just kind of like, the top end just touches the ground and the back end like becomes the top end.
Thing has too many tassels. Get it.
Um,
That'll be it.
got it. Clef, that is your turn.
I don't know if I myself to hurt it.
Clef, kill this thing.
It's called a conundrum, Zera.
I'm pretty sure it's a comforter.
Yes, Robo-Boy.
No, it's Roll Boy. You're not saying it right.
Yeah, I guess I'll just I'll take a little swing at it with my rapier because vicious mockery wouldn't work on this thing. It doesn't have ears.
Nope. I think vicious mockery still works.
Let me just.
It has like it. Normally, a rug of smothering has things like blind sight and stuff like that, so it can feasibly hear you.
Okay.
If it can think, you can hurt its feelings.
Yeah, it says. Yeah,
That
if
to
it
me.
can hear you, though it need not understand you. But okay. It's,
Yeah. Is it so? Just as a quick note, is it considered psychic damage?
It
Yes.
is.
Then you would know that from reading the paper that it will not work on this.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Just for my clarification, because I am not familiar with bardic stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it has no brain, but trust me, it did have a heart. I don't know where I messed up, and I will swing at him with my rapier.
Okay.
Could it be that this thing already existed?
That's a 9.
9 total.
Yep.
You miss. Yeah.
I will say, look, I'm really sorry, Zera. I promise I won't do it again, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to give her bardic inspiration.
Very proud of you, Clef. You are a wonderful person.
Thank you.
He tries
Pack.
his best.
Pax, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna take 2 swings at it with my battle axe.
Okay.
First one's 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Jeez. I forgot Pax went next. Oops. I would've
It's
used
me.
inspiration.
10.
10 damage.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And my next
I like
one,
a nice round number.
16.
16 will hit.
Pax slicing and dicing.
I got the
Yeah,
chuck
this
chucks.
thing's got like big ass holes in it. It's not looking great.
And then 16 damage.
How you want to kill it?
Oh my god, yes. Does this comforter have tassels on it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one of the
Like a
tassels
fringe.
and like just slice it in half.
And it just kind of like flutters to the ground. Miriam was actually after you. She rolled a 1 on her initiative.
Aw.
But she comes tearing into the room right afterwards. That was my mom's blanket.
Clef, I am sorry that we had to kill your friend. Miriam, I am sorry we had to kill your mom's blanket.
I'm gonna hand the other half to you.
Kill?
There you
What
go.
do you mean kill?
It's there is a. So, do you know what a rug of smothering is?
Do I look like I know what a rug of smothering is?
Well, I never know. You look very intelligent.
Yeah, it like totally came to life, and I had nothing to do with it, and I'm gonna walk out of the room.
He thinks he is lying. I actually think it is probably the truth. I believe that your father put this on the rug. Well,
And she's just kind of like rubbing her head, and she's like, "This has been the worst month of my life that I didn't know I was reliving."
oh, it's been far more than a month. That didn't help. I'm sorry. That was
Yeah.
not
Maybe we
helpful.
should go somewhere else now.
We should.
I would
I'll
love
walk
to
out.
go somewhere else. We can't get out the front door.
No, but we can go downstairs and try to to take care of business, and you are going to go back to your room and take a nap. Oui? Yes, go ahead.
And she's just gonna like give you like a thumbs up, and like you can see like just in her eyes, like she's got bags under her eyes. She looks like she's getting ready to have like a mental break from
We'll
everything.
get you when
that's
we're
happening.
done.
The door just like slams shut. Just like she's like
You
so
know-
done.
I'm pretty sure there is a place in a larger city nearby that I have heard of that has a giant swimming pool full of chocolate. I think I should take her there when we are done with this. Let's go try to kill her father, shall we?
Why haven't you taken me
we need to
there?
go in that room. You can come.
Miss Chocolate.
Oh,
I feel
poor
bad
boy.
for Roboy now.
Don't worry,
It's
boy. We'll find you some oil or something. I say from the doorway.
So you guys are heading downstairs into
Yes.
the main tavern.
Oh, actually, real quick, can you put that on the ground for me? The book. Can you put it on the ground for me?
Oh, I dropped it after I was like, I don't know who did this and left.
Oh, good. Then when everyone is out of the room, I would like to stand back and try to throw a firebolt at it and run away as fast as I can so that I do not get blown up.
You throw the firebolt. I need you to roll an attack for me.
And
Well-
remember, you also still have my inspiration.
Oh, I do
Snap into
still
this.
have Bardic Inspiration, so I will turn that into. Ooh, that is nice. That is a 20. 30. 30, 20.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get them Zera.
7.
How much? 7.
But it is fire damage.
Certain pages
invisible.
start to burn, but the ones that are like legitimately like he scrawled in with magic ink do not burn.
When the book is out, the book has gone out. I will go in. Can I try to like rip up the pages or something? Like destroy them? In some
You can
way?
try.
I would like to try to rip up the pages.
I don't think I have anything that can help.
Every time, so like the pages tear like you would expect them to, and the second you let go, they just kind of refuse because they are magic.
I'm going to fold them up and put them in my bag, and I will destroy them later.
Fair enough.
Somehow I will destroy those stupid pictures. But yes,
That is fair.
I am
I
with
would-
the child of the Raven Queen now.
Yeah, you hate all things that deal with the undead. I absolutely get it. So you tuck it into one of your bags.
With
No ill feelings
other than
from
just
the book specifically. Like it's not trying to take over you or anything. It goes into your bag without an issue.
I'm going to speak quarry to Estelle and just be like, "This is stupid, and I hate being alive again sometimes."
Fair enough. I will take you to the tavern.
To the tavern.
I have a ghost friend, by the way. Most of you probably know that.
I feel like we would.
Yeah.
I'd be right here.
No ghost.
I have a ghost friend. Her name is Estelle. She is from another dimension.
Cool.
Hey Zera,
Yeah.
I was really hoping to ride that comforter down these stairs, but now I gotta walk. And I'll walk down like really.
Boo-hoo. That's what happens when you enchant blankets.
Hey,
Darling,
Max, it wasn't
it-
enchantment, it was necromancy, okay? There's a difference.
I'm pretty sure that's worse.
Sweetie, yes, it is worse. Extremely worse. Also, it's not a rug of flying. It's a rug of smothering. It wraps you up and tries to strangle you.
I know that now.
So, with you guys coming down into the main tavern, I think now would be a really good time for us to take our break, because we are getting ready to walk into
Dun dun dun.
what you assume to be Umbra's lair. I assume, because you do know about the staircase in the back room. So,
Big bad evil guy central.
Baby AJ World.
Hey, patricide!
It's not your dad.
No,
So
he's
with that,
her
guys-
upstairs friend now.
Yeah, this is just murder. Anyway, guys, with that, we are going to take our break. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Give us about, I'd say 5 or 10 minutes to get back and just to grab us some drinks and use the restroom and everything. But we'll see all of you then. Please take care of yourself. Make sure that you guys are doing your self-care stuff too. So we'll see you then, guys.
Bye.
done.
Yay!
So our wonderful party here has now fought a comforter of smothering.
My everything.
Definitely not a problem.
They have traumatized the poor bartender who was already mind controlled for 2 months, and have now gone down into the bar to see what more they can get into. My friends, take it away.
So if we go to the back, we will find the giant stone slab that we moved to the side to go down into the lair of evil.
So, that door over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk over.
Yeah, same. Screw it.
Before we go down, because we said my eyes of the grave stay up for just a little while.
Mhm.
So I will pop my eyes of the grave before we go down, but like as we're going down the stairs.
Okay. How long does that last again? An hour? Or a minute?
You rolled it. I think you said it was 10 minutes.
That's right.
I think you said.
So, okay. So yeah, that's good to know. As you get down here, the slab that was covering the stairs is gone.
I was just about to ask that. I was like,
Yeah.
Whenever that dead monster
It's over
came
here.
up- Oh wow. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where was it?
It's just like chilling over
Lost the room.
Oh.
It's up against the wall.
there.
It's on its side, long ways, but it's like propped up against the wall.
I don't like
So
that.
they just like picked it up and put it over there. That's terrifying.
Well, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go down the stairs first.
My head's off.
I'm going to
I
pop.
just see Roboy just like,
Yep.
Right?
it's like Anthony
Um,
in real life.
The stairs lead down. They go straight at first, and they kind of start to curve. And they curve down for about, you would say, about 2 stories, give or take. Sorry, you're going to be over here.
Oh, we are in the dark. Oh,
You're on the wrong side.
Over here.
Over here. Don't
that
worry,
is
I
dark.
got you.
Thank
That
you.
is darkness.
Yes, it is.
Okay, as long as you are aware.
I am aware. So give me half a moment. How many of you have dark
Never.
vision?
Do I have dark vision? I do not know.
I believe I do not.
Traits.
Here.
I have a ghost friend.
Let me do
That's
this.
actually funny. I wonder if ghosts have that. I don't see why they would have any sense of darkness, right?
I
Oh,
think
I
ghosts
have
have
dark
dark vision.
vision. 60 feet.
Excellent. Okay, so that means, let me go over here. So that means you can see.
Ghosts have dark vision. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Okay, so that should be about everything here. You guys can
Oh.
see.
I don't have dark vision.
So the only person who does have dark vision is Pax.
I have dark vision.
Oh, you have
Yeah.
dark vision?
He's an elf.
Oh, that's right.
My elven blood. It does.
For some
Where's?
reason I thought you were a halfling.
I don't have
Sure,
a
that's fine.
clef. I'm gonna put. I assume Roboy's in the front with Pax.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a hand clasped onto one of their shoulders just so that I can see because it is terrifying and dark.
Everything from. So for those of you who do have dark vision, hang on, let me grab Clef real quick. Drop him in here.
Thanks, Dan.
Uh-huh. So
Oh, wait,
Pax, you said you have
I have 120 feet of dark vision.
so you can see clear to the other side of the room. And Roboy, you do not have dark vision, you said, right? You do not. Okay.
Ah.
So
Sorry, it was not a racial trait, it is a sorceress trait.
As you come down the stairs, you notice that there is blood staining the floors, various cracks in the floor. There is a long red carpet that leads from the stairs where you're at to the other side of the room to a very ornate door.
I'm gonna immediately put my hands up and be like, guys, don't go on this rug. I just get a bad feeling, and from what I read in that book, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy did what I tried to do. You know what? Not even tried to. I did it, but to this entire thing. Just be careful.
Can Pax try to like see if she can see it moving?
Roll a perception check.
I'd like to check for traps as well.
She can't see anything.
Would I be able to attempt, since I'm like the one that's most nervous, I guess, about it?
Oh, I get advantage.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You get advantage?
Yeah, I keep forgetting my Sentinel Shield has advantage for initiative rolls and perception checks.
Oh, that's good.
I forgot that the last few times, so that nat 1 did not have to happen.
DM, that's a natural 20 and a
Excellent.
overall 23.
I got 18.
The rugs are not moving.
I think we're good.
Can I check for just regular traps?
Clef, you would have also read. So what you read in the book is that rugs of smothering are immune to being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, and poisoned. They also have a false appearance, which means that unless they move, and as long as they're just laying on the ground, they are indistinguishable from a normal rug.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell them that even though they're not moving, guys, like Pax, just don't trust them. Trust me, guys. You just don't. We'll have what happened up there times. I can't even see how far. Like 10. There's so many rugs down here.
All right, Pax is gonna step to the side of the rugs.
Okay.
I mean, I could just set definitely one of them on fire.
I honestly would back you up with that if I had anything to burn any of them with.
I'd rather just not want to fight more rugs if we could avoid it.
Can't see.
Oh, oh boy. Let me see if I can help you with that. I don't really have a whole lot of brightness spells.
I have I can produce light for
Roboy doesn't have night vision.
No, it's cool. I got it. I'm just gonna walk forward.
I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights as a cantrip. I will have
Okay.
appear.
I'm gonna grab Roboy too and pull him off the rug.
I'm gonna have two of the
And
globs.
you stepped on the rug.
I'm gonna have two of the globs out of the three form into one bigger one and be near Zera and Roboy, and I'll keep
Okay.
one near me and Pax since we both have dark vision.
Okay. As you start to move forward, let's see. I don't think you have line of sight on it yet. Okay, so you do see these. You do see candelabras along the walls, Roboy, and along those, more towards down here, you can kind of see what appear to be bars. Just from where you were standing.
How far away is the nearest candelabra?
From you,
Where?
15 feet. The other one, Pax, the nearest one is 20 feet. The nearest one to Roboy is the same one that's closest to you, which is 20 feet from him.
So if I step up one, would that bring me within 10 feet of it?
Nope.
Oh, then I will step over one as well. And I will press the digitated on.
They're already on.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
All of the candelabras all the way down the room are on.
Oh, that was my mistake. Okay.
No, you're good.
And I can see to the back.
I also didn't say it originally because I forgot.
That's fair. So I can see all the way to the back of the room, yes?
Correct.
Just everything. Where? Okay. There are those.
Go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, just to kind of to see how much you guys see within the room.
But they're here.
Uh,
Oh, they can't
hey
hear me.
Fabian, they say they can't hear you.
Oh, oops.
I got 10.
Oh, did you forget to turn your mic back on?
No, actually it is on. I see it going through.
Hey, Ale, can you hear him now?
Check, check, check. I can turn myself up if that helps as well. Check, 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 check. Super quiet. Okay, yeah, I'll turn myself up. Hello. That should be good and healthy.
Pax, I'm sorry. What was your roll?
That was
10?
Mhm.
It did not work. Oh, 7.
7?
That is terrible.
6.
Okay. Roboy?
Hi.
5?
9.
9.
Nine.
Okay. But it's just like, holy jeez, why? Okay.
I do still have Eyes of the Grave up, so if that changes anything.
Remind me how Eyes of the Grave works again. Things you look at that are undead kind of glow to you, right?
As an action, I know the location of any undead within 60 feet of me.
Okay.
That isn't behind total cover, and that isn't protected from divine magic.
Okay. Right now, you don't see anything.
Okay.
What you do see is these. So these are all brick walls, right? And as you guys move forward, you will note that each of these doors is a prison door, like the old, like Wild West, like barred ones, and they're just barred from top to bottom. Each one has a big, heavy set cube lock, where it's the square lock with the big keyhole.
I'm gonna
And
walk up here.
just straight from there to there, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
And I
I
want
would-
to try my key.
I'd be following Pax, just to stay near her for safety.
I will stick close to Roboy.
Okay. Pax and Clef, roll me perception checks from where you are. And then we'll do Roboy and Zera.
I was a 13.
13?
Hmm.
Cool. Clef,
What type of roll is it again?
perception?
You got it. 16.
So inside the room, inside what is a cell, there are 3 tightly bound bodies. 2 of them on the floor and 1 of them on what appears to be the makeshift prison bed, which is really just planks hanging from the wall at a 90-degree angle from chains.
Okay.
It doesn't smell great down here. Roboy and Zera.
Perception
Jeez.
first.
What was it, Roboy?
19.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm a little distracted right now. It was at 10. I'm not having a great time. It's not like a tomb. Bad memories.
So, and I'll just go ahead and do a full reveal here. So on this room is actually almost completely empty, Roboy, except that you do notice that on this room's jail bed, in addition to the haphazardly thrown sheet up here, there appears to be a skeleton in bits. Like I mean, so like normally like you see like a skeleton like in the old pirate movies where it's like the whole skeleton is there, all of the pieces are there where they should be. These are not. There's ribs over here. The skull is still on the pillow. Everything else is just kind of scattered about.
We got bone bits over here.
Is it undead?
What happened?
Is it undead?
No.
Okay.
I think it's dead.
Dead.
Where?
He's
I
dead.
Hmm.
You guys are welcome to make investigation checks to see what all you find. But yeah,
Oh,
I would like to make one.
I'd like to aid Pax.
cool. So Pact, you are rolling an advantage.
Good. Oh, yes, good.
15.
That is a 19.
Excellent. Roboy and Zera, what'd you get? Or are you not rolling?
For
15?
me.
Okay.
-1. I got a 12.
12.
I appreciate we
okay.
work together.
So as you guys make your way through the room, each of these rooms, hold on. There's my reveal button. Each of these rooms, I'm just going to go ahead and reveal them.
Ooh.
Okay. Here we go. I'll just do.
Maybe.
That's better. Okay. And then just going to cover up my mistake over here. Don't mind me. Just covering up my mess. Anyway, each of these rooms, there's some semblance of bones that have been scattered. There's different bloodstains, much like you saw over here. There are bloodstains on the floor, various things. There is a lock on this door over here, as well as I'm sorry, somebody had a 19, right?
Me's.
There are traps in the floor.
Can I see where they are? I just know that they're there.
As you go past them, so like there's one here, there's one here. You guys pass 2 of them over here. There's a portion of this rug over here that's slumping a little bit. From where you, as you make your way down, there's actually a couple more over here in the floor.
You guys, you need to watch where you're stepping. There are traps everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take that lightheartedly. So I guess I'll kind of want to move up to the next like room here. But like I guess every 5 feet make a
Yeah, I assumed you guys were making your way up this way.
yeah. But every 5 feet, I guess, make a investigation check to try and see, just double check my own footwork so I can start to make a clear path.
Okay, give me 1 second. I want to make sure. Okay, so we've got from here to here is about 70 feet. So roll me 3 investigation checks.
Okay.
Can I help him since I kind of know where they are?
As long as you're rolling with him, yeah. But
Okay.
you would have to be with him the whole time.
I'll stand
Whopping.
right next to him.
Okay. So then go ahead and roll with advantage, Clef.
So wait. Okay. So you said 4 rolls?
Mhm.
Okay. First roll
Oh.
is a 23.
Okay.
Second roll is a 24.
Okay.
That was a natural 21. Third roll is a 15. And final roll is a 14.
Okay. So you get about here and you lose the traps. You saw the ones down here. You saw these ones. And you get about here and you're not really sure where they are anymore.
Dang.
Oh boy, please be careful.
He kind of just left you.
Yeah. I'm going to try to walk carefully and avoid traps and try to keep an eye out for Roboy and make sure that he does not walk into traps as well.
Roll an investigation check for me.
Roboy, please hold my hand. I need your hand, please.
Roboy just
He just took off.
running through.
Roboy's
just
like,
took
you
off.
only
He
live twice.
7. Yes, but both of us are on our second life, so maybe
Yolt.
don't. Yeah, that's a 7.
Okay. You don't see any.
Right.
You think,
Do
take
you-
my
do you
hand
just
and
look
let's
like a
walk
four?
carefully. And Roboy just drags you.
That's what I meant. Okay.
Yay,
I do need you to roll a dex save for me though, Zera.
Raven Queen, please do not let me die a second time. I would really not like to do that.
I promise I'm trying not to kill you. It's just where the thing is marked. No, did you roll a 1?
Uh-oh.
So, Roboy, I need you. I need the rest of you to roll perception checks, real quick.
Where
going-
she's standing, I would have walked past it. So would nothing have gone off for me?
You didn't roll high enough. You walked right past it, and you were fine. But she stopped right behind you.
Oh no.
So, Zera, you start sliding this way. So you're still right there, but I want Roboy and I want your party to make perception checks real quick. Roboy, what'd you get? So Roboy has no idea this is happening. Clef and Pax.
I got a 12.
I got
Okay.
17.
Okay, Pax, you hear Zera start, oh God, and start sliding into one of the holes in the floor.
I'm gonna run over and like try and pick her up.
Okay, I need you to roll acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Acrobatics.
Can I guide her as she touches me?
Yes. Absolutely.
Great.
Nice.
Ooh, my God. I'm saving you right now.
Yep.
I got a natural 19. Let me add everything.
As you start to slide, Pax charges over and catches you and moves you over next to Roboy here. So you
Maybe
guys
watch
are,
where you're going.
I thought I was. That is my mistake. I will be more careful. Thank you for the third life.
I'm gonna look at Robo and be like, watch her.
I'm gonna walk over.
the tiles here and here have started to are now sitting at a 45-degree angle, leading into what appears to be a pit trap with giant steel spikes coming up from the bottom of it.
Oh, great. Well, he'd make a great judge.
I'm gonna look at Zera and be like, Zera, you gotta not be like me. We need you. Like, you're imperative. Just don't be like me.
Oh, Clef, you are also
You are mission critical.
You are deeply important as well.
I'd like
Thank
to think
you.
so, but I'm no roll boy.
I'm Rollboy.
Yes,
He's
roll boy.
pretty impressive, is he not? I agree. So is Pax. Thank you for saving my life, Pax. And she will just like give you a big kiss on the cheek.
So there's a locked door, correct, that we can see right here?
Correct. Oh, wrong thingy.
Do we see any more traps or
Yeah.
death?
From where you are, no.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna
And
grab
Robo's
your
like-
hand and be like, you're coming with me.
Good plan, I think.
Boy just ran over there. I love it.
Oh man.
Oh boy, please be careful.
I can open this one too. Just saying.
All right, beat up the bad guy. The sooner we can leave.
That's
Well,
true.
Roboy, last time I cast Knock on a Lock, it sprayed us all with icky stuff. Maybe just back up, man.
No, it didn't spray me.
Yeah, well, I meant us, as in the people that are still over here, not you that ran all the way over there.
Actually, he cannot breathe, so he might actually be safe from something like that.
You know, this place sucked.
I agree.
This is true.
It's all beyond no bed and bath. Pull
Okay.
back up. Knock.
All right,
Knock,
man.
knock.
I can
You
cast
don't
it
like my
60 feet.
tavern in it?
So, I'll cast Knock on the door here to open it up.
I am staying the fuck away from that.
Here, let me.
Back the
I need to
nail.
read the exact specifics of the knock real quick.
Of course.
Yeah,
I
Zara,
can-
I'm
I
gonna
can read it
grab
off
your
for you.
hand.
I have it open.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Back
Choose
to
an
Noel
object.
step.
Choose an object that you can see within range. It's 60 feet range. It's a vocal component, instantaneous. The object can be a door, a box, chest, or a set of manacles, a padlock, or other object that contains a mundane or magical means that prevents access. A target that is held shut by a mundane lock or that is stuck or barred becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred. If the object has multiple locks, only one of them can be unlocked.
Right.
If you choose a target that is held shut with Arcane Lock, the spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which time the target can be open and shut normally. When you cast a spell, a loud knock audible from as far away as 300 feet emanates from the target object.
So the lock shutters, but it doesn't open.
Okay. I'm going to tell everyone, okay, I think this was held by magical means, and we got 10 minutes to get in and out for now. I'll hold on to my last spell slot that I know I'd be able to get us out with.
Roll a history check, actually.
Okay.
Pax, the party actually can roll a history check if they so choose.
I am really good at this. I lived through most of it.
22.
14.
Pax, you picked up a key upstairs.
I did pick up a key upstairs.
21.
Roboy's like, I wasn't even in the room. I didn't know about the key.
21.
Zera, what'd you say you got?
21.
Yeah, you guys all, everyone but Roboy remembers Pax picking up the key. Roboy was still out in the hallway, so it makes sense that he got a 7.
Did
He
we
was-
just wasted a spell slot?
Yeah. But on the bright side, I'd rather have it open and stay open than it like eventually shutting on us again. So if we can unlock it and move that lock somewhere else, I think that's in our best interest.
Probably.
I'm gonna go up and use my key.
I am staying glued to Pax.
I am staying the fuck away.
Zera, you follow me. You follow me. You're going to fall somewhere.
I'm going to follow the steps implicitly.
Zera, I'm just saying, if you're not with Pax, I might just get dragged down with you. I'm not the strongest fellow around.
Great con, Pax.
Listen. Some of us just decided not to pick con as a stat that we felt we needed. Some of us had already died. We thought it was funnier that way. Some of us accepted our negative one with grace.
Meanwhile, your DM goes, you picked con as a dump stat?
What? I did. And I would do it again. In fact,
So-
I have pretty much every time I've played D&D.
So, Pax, as you stick the key into the lock and you turn it, the lock shakes slightly, and as it pops open, damn it, I looked at chat. And you see what appears to be like the air ripple like a water drop over the door. And the lock pops open and falls to the ground.
I'm gonna kick it out of the way, just in case.
Okay.
And then I'll go for the door and try and open it.
I'd like to step to the side of the door and try to avoid any sort of disgusting gaseous things that would pop out of it.
I'm gonna stop looking at the chat as it rolls by now. Okay. So what are you guys doing?
I'm going for the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just staying glued to Pax just for placement purposes.
I'm going through the door as quickly as possible.
Okay. So okay.
Did anyone teach that boy not to run across the street without looking both ways?
That sounds like a good idea, actually. It's pretty appealing to me.
Crap, come on. give, move. There. Okay. Now, so you guys enter through the door,
Wicked.
and you are greeted by a large room, more candelabras. A large spell sigil lies in the center of the room, pulsing with arcane energy. Here, 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 and here are four four floating stones, each held to the ground by chains. Around the spell sigil, you see various arcane markings. These all connect and make the wonderful pattern here. The arcane symbol in the floor is glowing, giving off its own light. If you had to guess, you would say it was about 15 feet. Because I forgot. It's been a while since I made this map. But there's nobody here.
I'd like to get close enough to the sigils on the ground around the arcane main sigil and see if I could hopefully recognize any bit of them and see kind of what's being done here.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reveal these areas just because you guys have dark vision.
We needs to sit still.
I would also like to pop my my eyes of the grave one more time.
Okay. At the moment, you don't see anything. It hasn't been 10 minutes yet, so
Oh, okay.
it would
so
still be active.
It's still be active.
Is
Okay.
it and you want me to just make an Arcana check?
Sure.
May I make one as well?
Absolutely.
I got an 18.
Okay. These are the runes that are keeping you guys stuck here.
23.
So not only these are the runes. This is the arcane symbol that is keeping you guys locked here, but it is tied, you think, to the floating crystals, the big floating rocks.
I'm gonna kind of like look at Zera and be like, "We gotta get them crystals out of here, huh?"
Well, do I get the feeling that remove curse would do something?
With the 23, you don't think so. The objects themselves aren't cursed. They are the object of the spell, like a focus.
I am going to. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to emanate a mage hand and have it touch the crystal and see if anything happens.
Nothing happens.
Okay. And I'm gonna just give it a little bit of a push. Are they?
You don't get feeling from Mage Hand, right?
I don't know if I would feel it. I can control the hand, use it to manipulate an object, or retrieve something. No, I would say it's kind of like something different. But I can't carry more than 10 pounds, so it can probably press against it. I just want to see if these crystals are either like if they're able to kind of like move or sway or anything like that.
Right. Yeah. The chains have them bound pretty tightly, but yeah, there's a little bit of give.
Okay. So it seems like these are being lifted magically. I mean, clearly. But I don't know if one person takes a swing at it, it could cause it to move, and I don't know. I mean, they're chained for a reason, but I don't know if releasing them is also the best idea. Thoughts, guys? Because I'm about to just send packs to just go destroy this thing. I can't think of anything else.
I'll hit it.
Or
I'm ready to
can
hit
do
it.
I mean, I would not be opposed to trying to hit them.
Hit it.
Should we all try to hit each 4 at the same time?
Well, let us try to eat things.
I'll take this one.
I will.
One moment,
I'll move. To
if I
this-
may.
I'll move to this guy then. DM, these are the crystals, right? Right here, and here.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to stand back actually because I am a bit nervous, and most of my stuff is from a distance anyway.
Give me 1 second.
I'm
Let's see. I see Roboy. I see Clef. I don't. Where did Zera go?
She's
I
right.
am
To the
against
right.
the wall.
Oh, you're against the wall. Okay.
She's probably gonna
I
firebolt.
I'm a distant person. I do not go close.
Fair enough. Okay, so I need, because what I'm trying to find right now is there's a plus I'm missing, and I forget what it is.
Plus,
Yeah.
as in added to, as in added to.
Yeah. Roboy, I need you to make a con save for me. I just picked a different spell.
It's this idea.
19.
Oh, nice.
19. You save.
Yay. Who did I
So
say?
you take.
Oh no.
Oh no, 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 no.
$18 total necrotic damage. Before any of you get a chance to swing on the pylons, Roboy takes 18 necrotic damage.
What the hell was that?
You okay?
Ow.
Are you okay? Do you need help?
Ow.
Ah,
I'm good. I'm good.
I would like to cast
I
detect.
got it.
I would like to cast detect magic and see if I can see any magic.
You do. There is a figure standing right there, dead center of the room, and he's got his hand out at Roboy.
Well,
There's also a big, brightly glowing dagger in his hand. There is a bright ring on his finger and a bright robe over him.
Okay. Well, he just made a mistake now, did he not?
I need everyone to roll initiative.
He just made a mistake now, did he not? So. Oh, can I like point him out to everyone though?
What's that?
Can I point him out to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. This is not good. It's not good. Not rated initiative, unfortunately.
Neither is he.
Good. Well, maybe hopefully I will be able to poke him at least once before he experiences death.
Yeah. Anybody that actually, Clef, I know you're trained in Arcana, right? As a bard.
Yeah.
Anybody that's trained in Arcana can roll an Arcana check if they want.
I am not trained in Arcana. I'm just good at Arcana. I'm smart. Why did I? Oh, because I have the intelligence spent.
19 for me.
That was blight.
Uh-oh.
which is a 4th level necromancy spell.
Fuck.
I'm gonna let them all know that I think we're in the presence, guys. I think we're in the presence of the Father, and not the Son or the Holy Spirit. Just that asshole Father.
Well, I am of the same opinion. Also, he has a dagger.
I don't know what she's talking about, but I'd heed her words.
Initiative 30 to 20. Pax.
23.
Excellent.
Holy bananas!
Thank you.
20 to 15.
Gravy.
You do know that even though he attacked, you still can't see him, and except for Zera. Roboy, what you got?
16.
16. 10 to 5.
9.
9
Whose dex is higher?
I have a 2.
is. Oh.
You have a 2?
Yeah, my 2's my modifier.
Oh, +2.
Sorry.
I
I was just
also
like, what do you mean you only have a 2 dex?
I also have a 2 plus 2. My dex is 14.
14. Clef? Also 14?
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah,
Clef-
so I was correct. Is higher
But
by 1.
A little bit.
By 1.
Okay. Okay. So that puts you first, Pax. At the moment, you don't know where he is.
She pointed in a general direction though, right? So I know that he's somewhere in front of me.
Yeah, you know that. So by your eye, you saw Zera point this way.
Yes.
You know he is over here somewhere.
Okay. Wait, what's my movement? I want this to make sense. So, all right, I'm gonna move right there.
Okay.
Boop. And then I'm going to cast Burning Hands. So he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I need you to roll a d8. Which direction are you casting Burning Hands?
It just says it has to be in a 15-foot radius.
Yeah, what
Okay.
direction are you facing the cone? Is what he's asking.
Yeah, it's a cone attack. So
Ew, I get it. So I'll probably cast it like this.
it's like in this direction.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would hit.
And you said a D8?
No, that was to see which direction you were facing, but you said you were just facing like this way,
Yeah.
and that will hit. Is it a touch attack or is it just like an auto hit? Or is it
Auto
a
hit.
save? Okay.
Oh no, safe, sorry.
What's the save?
Dex 13.
Dex 13. He will fail.
Yes. Yes. And then he gets 3d6.
3d6, okay.
So 9 points of damage. And it also says that anything that's flammable will catch on fire. I don't know if there's anything.
You don't see any fire.
Wait.
You kind of hear this kind of guttural, like, that's hot. And
Just wait.
it sounded like it came somewhere from this direction.
Okay, I'll turn that way and be like, thanks.
Next up is Roboy.
I don't know what to do. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna cast sleep.
Did you say sleep?
I did.
Okay.
I love Hellboy.
Circle go nappy time. A lot of D8s.
I'm sorry, did you say you need a lot of D8s?
Mm.
Depends what level he cast it at.
That's a very good point. How many D8s are we talking? What level is it?
Eight D8s.
8D8. Okay.
Oh, sorry, 7. It'll be 29
Okay.
is the pool.
Okay. It doesn't deal damage though, right?
No.
Okay.
So it's if its HP is 29 or lower, then it puts him to sleep. And I
Okay.
probably does not. But now we know. And also, I'm a stupid kid. So
I'm just imagining like Tony Stark and the Hulk. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Great scene.
It really was. Okay. So
we suck.
Zera, you see him moving. You know he's right here.
Where? Sorry?
You know he's right here, and you watch him move over this way.
So after being hit, he's still invisible to us, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Greater invisibility is a card.
And I have to go over here because I need this. Where's my notes on this thing? Damn it. I have it, I swear. There it is. Okay. And sorry, guys, I'm trying to work with like a really tiny thing.
You're good.
And I have no idea what that is like.
Right? Where's the undead markers? I need them. Basic undead. There we go. Okay, this will be fine. You see an undead spirit pop up into the circle. And Zera, you still see him over in this area.
So does that
Okay.
look like him, like a person?
No, it doesn't. It looks like it's literally it looks like like a ghostly person.
Okay.
Like
And the rest of
rotting.
us see him?
Yes. He's very upset with you. I'm just making sure that I'm casting it in the right spot. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so that will be his turn. That is Clef, your turn.
I'm gonna kind of see everything happening, and I am just to see kind of like how this would play out. I'm gonna still attempt to hit the crystal that's next to me.
Okay. Give me a damage roll.
Or attack roll, right?
Yeah, attack roll. Sorry.
That's a dirty 20.
That will hit.
And that will be 9 points of piercing damage with my rapier.
Okay. You So that was 9 points, you said?
Yes.
So you hit it,
Mm-hmm.
and as you strike it, it reverberates and it blasts out this force energy and hits you for 10 points of damage.
Oof. Okay. And I'm gonna fall back like, guys, don't hit the crystals.
That was slashing damage, correct?
Piercing.
Piercing.
El Rapier.
Excellent. I just needed to clarify.
Of course.
Okay. Excellent. So then that goes to Zera. Your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move to here because that is 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
then
can see him right there.
Thank you. So for my bonus action, I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon in the shape of a giant raven that is going to pick out his eyes.
Okay.
Sorry, let me mark off my spell slot. And this is my bonus action, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 22 to hit.
Ooh, nice.
That will hit.
Lovely. That is a d8 plus 5.
Okay.
For 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And I'm also going to, for my action, I'm going to cast. I do not want to use necrotic damage on him. I do not think it would be useful. So I will do another firebolt
Okay.
on him, which is a cantrip. 19 to hit. Let's get.
That will hit.
Oh, lovely.
You're on it.
That is 6 points of fire damage, and I will say he is right in front of my spiritual weapon.
I'm gonna.
But
Thanks, Sarah.
that is the end of my turn.
Excellent. That will bring us to the undead spirit. Let's see. The undead spirit will, with the crystals threatened, going to run over here. He is going to. He's a 5-foot creature, by the way. So Pax, you will get an attack of opportunity as it runs past you,
I would like to take that.
and he's going to. He is going to attack Clef.
For an attack of opportunity, is it a normal attack roll?
It is a normal attack roll.
Okay. Yes. 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Get him back. Safe.
Do you have the sentinel feet or just the sentinel shield?
Shield.
Okay.
Make sure to read that because I think that I think it acts like you have Sentinel.
Is it
I
just?
do not know what that means.
It's a normal magical weapon, right?
Yeah.
Sentinel shield. I'm looking it up right now.
All it says in the description is advantage on initiative rolls and wisdom perception checks.
Okay.
Because
Because
so you could like stop it in its tracks. Is what sentinel does,
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
yeah.
right? Is useful.
And he got 16 points of damage from my battle axe.
How much?
16.
Okay. It does not look great. I mean, it already looked pretty dead, but
Extra dead. Probably.
I was pretty sure that it gave you Sentinel. It's one of the reasons why I was just like, ooh.
Yeah, benefits of Sentinel Shield. This means that if the player hits an enemy, the speed of the enemy is immediately reduced to 0.
Okay. So
Oh.
instead of hitting Clef,
That's an amazing shield.
that's one of the reasons why as soon as I saw it pop up, I was just like, yep, that's going in there. Oh, whatever. Pax is going to turn to face you
Okay.
upon getting stopped in its tracks. And he is going to attack. He does get multi-attack, so that is... I'm going to say, does 15 hit?
Where am I? Ooh, it does not. I'm 16.
Excellent. $17 then will hit.
Dang. I felt special.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Give it to me. I'm beef.
That is 1d8 plus 3.
Did he say 28?
No, 1d8.
1d8.
Okay.
So that's an 8 plus 3. That's 11 plus the spell. So that's 14 damage.
Okay, not bad.
14 necrotic damage. And the creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be frightened.
Is that my passive wisdom?
No.
No.
Oh, it's just all him. Okay.
No, you roll.
Yeah,
I roll. I am
roll.
so confused, apparently.
It's okay. On your character sheet, there should be a thing that says,
Wisdom save.
yeah, wisdom
Be up at the top.
save.
There it is. I found it.
Excellent. And
I
then you
got a
add that to your
10.
roll. A 10. You are afraid of the undead until the end of your target's next turn. So until the end of your next turn, you are afraid of the undead.
Cool. This is the first time I've had fear on me. I don't know what this does.
Basically, you cannot move closer to the creature. So it went after you. So until your next turn, you cannot move closer to them. And then you have to retry your saving throw. And if you succeed, then you're no longer frightened. However, if you fail it, you have to move either you can hold your ground or you have to move away, but you cannot move closer. So if it moves away from you, you can't go towards it.
Okay. Thankfully, he is in range, so I don't think this will be a problem.
So that is its turn, which brings us to Pax's turn. And Pax, at the beginning of your turn, because you are within 5 feet of the undead creature, any creature other than you that starts its turn within 5 feet of the spirit must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
I feel so beefy.
Succeed on a what?
Constitution?
Saving throw.
Con save.
I have to succeed on a what? Now?
No, Pax does.
Yeah.
Oh,
He didn't say Zera. He said beef burrito supreme over here.
Yeah. I'm talking about the guns over here.
I mean, what? But at the same time, he said anything within like a range of the creature, and I was like, oh, shit.
Within 5 feet, you're 10 feet.
I got
Oh.
12.
You got a 12.
Yes.
You are poisoned, which means you get disadvantage on all attack rolls.
Oh,
I feel less beefy.
I'm sorry.
rancid beef with the poison.
Seriously. They're not tasty anymore.
It's the greenest you've ever seen a fire genasi get. Okay, so it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna attack him. Disadvantage? Do I minus something for my rolls?
So with disadvantage, you roll 2d20s and you take the lower result. So you roll your attack roll twice, but whichever one is lower, that's the one you take.
All right. I'm gonna do 2 attack rolls. So I'm gonna roll 4 times.
Okay.
17 for the first one.
Okay, that will hit.
That's good. Nice.
I know. I got an 18 and a 17.
Get him, Pex.
Math.
What was the damage on the first one?
16.
16? Yeah, it just.
Oh, cool. Never mind.
Holy crap.
I got him. And then I can't move towards that guy.
He's not undead.
Yes. Okay.
He's a people.
He's a people.
He looks you, so you can't see him.
Nope.
Zera can see him, but Zera told you that he's right next to his spiritual weapon, her spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Which is right here. So I'm just
And he
gonna
hasn't had
walk.
a chance to move away from it yet.
I'm gonna walk right in front of it, and I'm gonna use my second attack roll on him.
Okay. So I need you to roll. You know that it's in front, so roll me a percentile die. Because you're standing in that space, so you know that's not the space. So that gives you 2 possible options. So roll me a percentile die and let me know if it is a 51 or higher.
Okay. Is that am I rolling a D100?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. I got 70.
You hit. Yeah, you swing in the right direction. So you're swinging this way. And you do still have to roll at disadvantage, though.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you for reminding me.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, dang.
What'd you roll?
13.
That will hit.
Still not bad.
So you go to hit, and you just see a shield throw up right in front of your axe.
Gotta stop hiding.
Nice. Tell him, Pax. I'm like, you tell him, Pax, and I'm like all the way back over here. Get him.
Suddenly, I'm glad that I go after his turn.
Is that your turn, or?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Roboy, you're up.
Hey!
I just wait for it. It's so good. I love it.
So fantastic.
Be an automaton for the rest of the forever.
Still
please.
poison?
What's that?
Is Pax still poisoned?
Yeah.
Okay.
No! My friend!
Poisoned and frightened, but actually, Pax, roll me another wisdom save for that. While
Is that at disadvantage, or was it just my attack roll?
just your attack rolls.
Okay.
Oh boy,
No. Bane's the one that screws you up like that.
Oh,
I
great.
totally don't have that spell.
That's 11.
Robo, your mic is being a little quiet, just by the way. hard to
You are
see
still
anything.
frightened.
I am going to use Lesser Restoration.
Okay.
So Pax is no longer poisoned.
That is true.
Thank you.
Nice.
Hooray for friendship!
Hurrah!
Hooray!
Friendship is how you say magic.
Friendship is magic. We're gonna win this.
And Robo, you would know because of your line of sight, you would have seen the shield pop up over here, so you know he's currently right there.
I get you.
Clef, I would say the same thing for you.
Sweet.
You can
Based on your
actu-
line of sight, you would have seen it.
my spiritual weapon is not a like force unless it's attacking, so you can actually share a space with it.
That is also true.
Just so you are aware, because I know you don't have a lot of experience with spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't use it.
But that's it for me. So
Okay.
that was my
Yeah.
action.
So he is going to shit.
Yeah, you better
Greater
shit.
invisibility does not provoke an attack of opportunity, does it? MK? And
I think it would still get attack of opportunity because you're still leaving the situation. If they can hear you, they can still strike at you. They just can't see you, so the attack would be a disadvantage still.
right. So Pax, go ahead and give me an attack of opportunity while he tries to move out of that square.
Is that still at disadvantage?
Because you can't see him.
It would have been a disadvantage anyway.
That too.
Tony, I believe you can make the attack as well because you are within 5 feet.
Pax is currently 10 feet. But your spiritual weapon gets one, yeah.
No, spiritual weapon is not a creature.
Oh, okay. Then, so because Pax is currently 10 feet. Unless he's got reach.
Oh. Fair enough.
Okay. So he moves out of the way and he is running out of shit.
Good. Then he will
Wear him
also
out.
run out of life.
He disappeared from me. Is that because he's invisible to me?
He was invisible before. But when you swung, you would have hit. Which is why he threw up the shield and you saw the shield. You saw the axe bounce off the shield.
Little baby can't take a little bit of axe in the face.
Well, he is a wizard. They are notoriously squishy, but he is also a necromancer, so he deserves to die.
Pax, I need a wisdom save, please.
I don't like these. I have a -1. I got a 6.
Okay.
Am I about to be squishy too?
Hold on. Okay. You are going to get a chat message in just a second.
Also, his shield is gone, correct?
The shield spell is down. He only threw it up as a reaction.
But it lasts until the end of his turn.
Correct. Which is now.
Oh yeah, he just went.
Okay. And that is his turn. That brings us to Clef.
So I know that I saw her take a hit at him. It didn't look like it connected, right?
No, you saw the shield. You saw like a big light shield pop up, kind of purpley in color, about the same color as the arcane circle in the center of the room.
Yeah.
And just as quickly as it popped up, it went back down.
Okay. But that was on her first hit, not when he was trying to run away, right?
You didn't see him run away. You just saw the shield pop up in front of where a person should have been. And then you saw the shield go down.
Okay. Damn. I don't know where he's at now.
Actually, because you saw what happened and because you've been watching him cast spells, roll me an Arcana check. It will not count towards your actions.
Oh, thank you. Natural 1. So think we all know where that means.
I was gonna make the joke, you drink and you know things, but I'm sorry.
I am going to
Just drink.
I don't want to waste anything, man. Oh, okay. Well, then, since I don't know where he's at, I might as well do something that can help the team.
Okay.
Can I like point out where he is?
You can.
Where is
You know. So until your turn, you know that he moved back this way and up.
So I'm gonna like point in his general vicinity.
Okay, so
Yeah, you're basically watching where he's going.
So you point general vicinity for me, and then I guess I'll do what I was planning on doing. I'm gonna go solely off of Zera though.
Yeah, well, that's what I would do because I can do that as a free action. I can just like point to you approximately where he is on your turn.
Oh yeah, but the issue is after my turn is when you go. So he usually moves in between where I can do what I was gonna do to try and hurt him. So
Okay.
I will. I'll just move right here for now. And oop, that's not right. Grab this. Go away. Thank you. That's boom, and that's boom. Okay. So I will at this point do my counter charm. I will use my action, so I will start to perform, and until the end of my next turn, during this time, me and any of my friendly creatures within 30 feet that hear me gain advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Nice.
And that will do my turn. Or, actually, no, not just yet. Screw that. I will also do a bonus action, since that's a feature and not a spell, to cast Healing Word on Pax.
Okay.
Ooh, thank you.
If you'll allow it.
Healing word is just a bonus action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Pax, you will be getting 7 points of health back.
Nice, thank you.
Of course. Got to make up for sicking my blanket on you.
I'm just going to give it to him. I'm going to let him think it was all his abilities.
That's fair.
All right.
Okay. Was that was your turn, right, Clef?
That was my turn. Yes, sir.
I didn't hear it. I wasn't sure if you said it. So
no
that would be
worries.
Zera. I was sure you had if your turn was over. I was just like, oh shit, I missed it. So Zera, you're up.
Show me that ugly little thing.
And Pax, you're on deck. Okay, so he is up here. Right, he's actually, so he's got...
I've got you now, you little shit.
So he has about half cover from the pylon.
Not if I move here. Which I can, because that was 30 feet, and now he is 15 feet from me. Oof. I cannot reach him with my spiritual weapon, unfortunately. So I will simply move it forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because it can only move 20 feet per turn. Wait,
Okay.
was that 20 feet? I think it's got another 5 feet it can go. Yeah, so it can move 5 feet closer.
Yeah, it's within 10 feet of him.
Yeah, but but what I am going to do is I'm going to use my 3rd level spell and cast Spirit Guardians.
Ooh.
Okay.
So Spirit Guardians, you call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you at a distance of 15 feet for the duration. You are good, so they appear as either angelic or fey. I will choose angelic, please.
Okay.
When you cast this spell, you designate any number of creatures you can see that to be unaffected by it. So obviously my friends will be unaffected. And affected creature's speed is halved in the area. And when the creature enters the area for the first time, on a turn or start their turn there, they must make a wisdom saving throw.
Mhm.
On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much.
Okay.
So
And that applies on your cast as well, or only when he starts?
it sounds like it works only when he starts his turn, but he will be starting his turn in exactly the location I would like him to.
Okay, fair enough.
For now, that is what I can do.
Okay.
But I am waiting for him to be beaten to crap.
Fair. And that, so is that your turn?
Well, unfortunately, that is my turn.
So he does fail with a 1.
Nice. That's some damage.
Oh,
So go ahead and roll your
wonderful.
damage.
Get this man some
Okay.
flex state, because that's a
Um,
lot of damage.
Hold on, sorry, I am 3d8. Oh, I only have... Have one. 9 points of radiant damage, which is not great, but it is still up.
Better than no damage.
Better than no damage, and is radiant. I don't know if that has an effect on him whatsoever.
I will double check, but I do not believe so.
I don't believe so either, but
It
it,
does not.
just feels nice to hit him with Divine Smite.
That
Who's
is
getting
Even
true.
if it's not Divine Smite.
And how much damage was it again?
9 points of
9.
radiant damage. I would like to punch him in the face as well, but that is not an option for me, unfortunately.
Okay. So
Stop running, you pathetic worm. Wait, isn't it Pax's turn? Not his?
oh, you're right. It is Pax's turn.
Phew.
I will move.
Wait a minute.
Where is he
You
in
are
the line?
absolutely correct.
I kind of forget.
Where is he in the line?
Yeah, like in initiative.
He is
He's
beneath
after
Roboy.
Roboy.
Ah, okay. So he's right in the middle.
Sorry, you said he's going to be starting like right now, and I was just like, oh, okay. I'm sorry, that's my fault.
I
Yeah, it's good.
I just
But yeah.
wish he would take damage. But for when he does,
Yeah, he already rolled it, and I already marked it off. So
So my turn.
it is your turn
Okay, quick question.
because he will be moving.
Okay.
Go
From what Zera did, I would know that he's kind of like in this area.
You know
right?
he is in that general area,
Okay.
and I need you to roll two wisdom saving throws.
Oh, I
for
thought
me.
it was at the end of my turn.
Frightened, I think you can roll before.
Okay. Well, I got a 2, so
Okay,
but
so
you have the assistance of the
advantage.
counter charm. You have
Yeah.
assistance.
ooh,
you have advantage.
1.
Okay,
I'm scared.
We
Okay.
don't.
it's a good thing he's not undead.
I'm going to run to Zera and tackle her and say, "What are you doing? Why are you attacking him?"
I need you to make a touch attack.
Ah, my dice.
Excuse me.
Unfortunately, I got an 18.
Excuse me.
It's just a normal D20 roll, right?
Yeah. So you knock Zera prone.
Excuse me.
And I'm gonna hold her down with my turn.
Okay. So that's a contested strength check. So I need you to roll.
Not chance. What
athletics.
are you talking about?
You have to roll an athletics check, and Zera needs to contest it with either an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Who are you speaking to?
the person that dump rolled strength and con.
But friendship. But friendship.
That's the worst thing.
Yeah,
ever.
why are you guys attacking him? What'd you get?
A 19.
Wow, I got a 14.
So so she's not restrained, but she is prone.
Okay.
I will deal with you later.
Zera's
That's my
disappointed
turn.
in everyone but Robot.
Oh god.
My boy has run off on his own a few times. We need to talk to him about crossing the street without looking both ways. The whole team is going to have a nice long chat with Cleric after all of this is done, okay? Mom's not mad, she's just disappointed.
Oh, Pax, is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm done.
Bro boy, you're up.
That's great.
But friendship.
Roll me that wisdom save, Pax.
Oh, yeah.
Which also has advantage.
Oh, my God, thank you. Oh, my
Play.
God, 17.
Play
17.
over your dice.
You are no longer charmed.
I am so sorry.
No, it's fine. Everything is fine. It's fine.
I let go of her. I'm done. I don't touch her anymore.
Fine.
So, Roboy, with the power of friendship, I see that you are moving up on Pax.
I'm confused.
That's the worm is right there.
Okay. Over here somewhere.
Where in the proximo?
I'm a swinging.
Okay, roll me a percentile die.
Percentile die.
You should have, you might have a smite that undoes invisibility too.
That would be great.
Right?
I have like a plan for my next move, but I have
60?
to get to my next move first.
16?
You gotta get up.
60 on the percentile.
So that would be over. That would be over here. So you swing, and you connect with air.
Wouldn't it just be an attack at disadvantage?
We can do an attack at yeah, do it that way, because that'll give you better.
Yay!
It's like a
no-
33% shot otherwise.
Because that's normally how invisibility work. If you know the like general
Yeah, that's
area,
true.
you attack at disadvantage.
Sorry guys, it's my first time DMing 5e.
No, you're good. I'm just.
I forgot.
You're good.
So disadvantage. That will hit.
Yay! I'm a smite.
Which smite though, because he is right.
There is a smite that undoes invisibility.
Oh no.
You're not up smite prepared.
I hope you do. Honestly, if I were a paladin, I probably wouldn't have it prepared either. I'm like, this is.
I'll be honest with y'all. I've never played Paladin before, so I'm not sure which.
It is branding smite is the one you're looking for. If you have it prepared.
I do.
Okay,
Thank
so you did hit, and
goodness.
you do have a branding smite. So I don't have to take him off the stupid map anymore.
Yay!
Wonderful news, and also we can kiss us. We can kick his behind now.
Now I'm ready to do
Murder
it.
is within Akan.
max damage on the sword for
Nice.
10.
Okay.
And then these 2d6. Right?
I believe so with the smite, yeah.
Yeah, 2d6 radiant. Okay.
If I remember correctly. And he just becomes visible.
6.
6?
Yeah, 6. I got a 5 and a 1.
I've been doing that this entire night.
So describe your branding smite for me.
Oh, it's shiny. It's so shiny. And I smote him with it.
So
I like that.
a bright light envelops this guy, and you can kind of see he's kind of a bloody mess. You would say he's definitely hurt for sure. You can see all the different places where you've hit him before. There are he's almost skeletal in his appearance, and one of his eyes is actually the eye whites are black, and
Iris?
lost the word. The iris
Purple?
is red.
Yeah, I
And the
don't
other eye is normal.
me no likey him.
Hit my sword at him and go, friendship.
You gave me the idea.
Then I'll end my turn. Rude. Rude and gross.
He's going to cast polymorph.
Uh-oh.
Do it on me. I dare you do it on me.
You're not the threat in his face at the moment.
I've been so damaged. I've hit him the most.
That is true. But you're also he right now, Roboy is the one keeping him where he's at. That is a wisdom save, Roboy. What's that?
I have a good wisdom save, so at first I was like, uh-oh. But then I was like, wait a minute. It didn't help.
No.
That's a 12.
That's a 12. You watch as he throws a hand up and
I have a +8.
Oh no. And he turns you into a sheep.
But he's about to take damage. As soon as he takes damage, he has to make the
He
Constitution
does
saving
have to
throw.
make a concentration saving throw, which is let me double check his con. 17.
That saves.
She's all dang it.
And then he will take the opportunity to back out of the circle.
For those 5 feet, it is twice speed.
That is true. So he has moved an equivalent of 10 feet. And actually, Roboy, you do get an attack of opportunity even as a sheep.
Sheep
Fight him!
stats. I need to look that up. Sheep stats 5e. It's the first thing that came up. How many sick bastards are turning their players into sheep?
Enough?
Guys like me.
Oh,
So I am the guy that when Tony ran his one shot and I thought that the evil wizard was a dog, I peed on the wall and didn't break eye contact with him. So, I mean...
Tony, you have an armor class of 10, hit points of 3 or 1d6, speed of 30, and I'm assuming the bite that you'll take, because it doesn't even say it has an attack, but I would assume TM would give you an unarmed. You have a strength modifier of +1, and your challenge rating is 0. You are.
I don't even know where I would find.
It's in D&D wiki because I play druids. I like try to find. I know where to find all the animal stuffs. This wouldn't be in Beyond though.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Could it just be a goat or something?
Do you want me to send you the link I'm using?
Yeah.
Got you.
And I don't think he has anything else that he can do. That will make it Clef's turn.
There you go, buddy. And
I mean, a goat is essentially like the same kind of thing.
It's basically the same
They're
thing.
completely different. I'm just kidding.
Oh, or the stat blocks are different?
No, I was just being.
Well, because there's no sheep. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
use goat. It's fine.
all right. Well, then I'm gonna try and get him.
Those creepy eyes of yours.
Ironically, though, Roboy, for the first time in a long time, you can feel things.
Does an 11 hit? Probably not.
It meets.
No way.
Wow.
It does. He has an 11 armor class, and he didn't get a chance to put on mage armor.
Bite this
That's
man.
hilarious.
I ram him. It's gonna headbutt him.
How much damage?
3
3
bludgeoning damage.
Get him.
All right. He does not like that. So
You're a
Clef,
bad man.
I'm gonna
Clef, all you hear from Roboy is
I'm so excited for what's about to happen.
I'm gonna move my 30 feet right here,
okay.
since this man is visible now. And I am gonna say screw it and cast. Hold on, let me just double check. 10. Nope, I'll cast it right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cast it right here. I'll cast Shatter at level 3.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. I'm gonna cast it at level 4. Screw
Even
it.
better.
I'll get rid of the only one I need. And I'm gonna say cast polymorph on my friends, huh? And then
And you get the goat in the shatter is the question.
no, because I cast it right here, so it's only 10 feet.
Oh.
So the 10-foot radius would be right here. That's why it was
Okay.
important if I could see him, because then I didn't want to guess and accidentally hit anyone.
Yeah.
But now that
Okay.
he's glowing,
What's his save?
it will be a Constitution saving throw. So I'm super excited about this. Of, believe 15.
21.
Ah, well, good thing I
I
cast.
really wanted that to work.
Good thing I cast it at level 4, so I get to roll 3d8 plus 2. So that's
Nice.
5d8 thunder damage.
Kick his ass. Hell yeah.
So, okay. That's not good. And that's 18 points of thunder damage.
Well done.
So excited.
He's coughing blood up on the floor.
And
She's gonna get him.
I am going to use my last bardic inspiration and play on my bagpipes. And I'll be like, Zera, send him back to where he came from, and I'm going to give her my last bardic inspiration.
You're wonderful and I appreciate you. So here's what's about to happen because I'm about to do something really impressive. So I'm going to use 15 feet to stand up and then I'm going to walk 10 feet forward. Now,
Okay.
here is the fun thing. Spirit Guardian moves with me,
Okay.
which means he is put into Spirit Guardians for the first time for my turn.
Right.
So
So
He
as it
moves
moves with you,
he is
you're
moved into
moving
the area.
here, right?
Where? So I'm
Give me
moving
1 second.
10
while
feet.
I-
I'm standing right next to Roboy.
Oh, right. Okay, so you're moving there under your spiritual weapon.
Yes. So he is now within 15 feet of. Yes. So
That is correct.
he is now in Spirit Guardians,
Yes.
which means it takes 3d8 radiant damage
Okay.
just by existing. 15 radiant damage. I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm going to do everything, even if he dies before it's over. Okay. Next, I'm going to attack him with a guiding bolt. Now that is for I will do it at 3rd level because I can.
Okay.
And you gave me a D8 Bardic Inspiration, yes?
Oh yeah, hit him with that ranged spell attack.
So that is a 12 to hit.
He will cast shield in response.
Does that mean he saves?
It does mean he saves. So he puts up the shield.
Which
About my
turns it
sheepness.
From,
Yeah, I have to cast a concentration.
that sucks because it would have been 19 points of damage. But that is okay because I still have my bonus action.
She didn't break the concentration yet. Okay.
I still have my bonus action, which, sorry, I have to move myself out of the way so I can move my to 15 feet forward for my spiritual weapon. No, move down here. And then my spiritual weapon comes up and tries to hit him.
Okay.
Lord, please let this work.
Big damage, big damage.
That is a 17 plus.
That will hit. With
With
shield, his armor class was 16.
17 plus 8.
Mhm.
So, which is 9 points of damage.
How would you like to end this man?
I would like to have the raven peck through his neck.
Oh,
Ooh.
My
So-
spiritual raven would just peck through his neck while a bunch of like celestial angels just like turn their swords upon him and use him as a pincushion.
dang.
Okay. So
He's
as he
skewered.
like as he is going down and his hand goes up, you will see this kind of glowing light that covers his body and gets sucked into the ring. And he falls over in a big bloody mess.
Arcana check or religion check or something.
You may roll either of those. Yeah.
Is that
Am,
Muggle chocolate?
am I able to?
Roboy, as soon as he dies, you become you again.
Do I have advantage on this?
You do.
Am I able to make a possible like deck save to like try to catch it with Mage Hand before the ring hits the ground?
The ring is still on his hand.
Oh, and is he like just petrified or like?
No, he's dead.
No, the
And
Muggle chucker turned himself into a leech. 25.
Like a doornail. You check the ring. It's a ring of mind shielding. When you die wearing the ring of mind shielding, your soul gets sucked into the ring. It also allows you to cast visibility as an action until you turn it off.
Dang, that branding
Or it
smite.
is or branding smite or otherwise made visible through magical means.
So
Or
his
you
soul
die.
is now inside of the ring.
Correct.
I actually know how to get this. I would know how to get this out. Ring of mind shielding.
What did you roll on Arcana again? I know it was over 20.
25.
You also know that he is wearing a robe of summer, and the dagger he's carrying is a robe of venom.
Dagger of
A
venom.
dagger of venom.
Mm-hmm.
What's the robe of summer?
Imagine a robe of venom. Oh god, this sucks wearing, but I look great. I look so. Peep the drip, guys. It's also my blood, but peep the drip.
Right? So the robe of summer, this elegant garment is made from fine cloth in hues of red, orange, and gold. While you wear the robe, you have resistance to cold damage. In addition, you are comfortable as if the temperature were that of a balmy day, so you suffer no ill effects from the weather's temperature extremes.
That's pretty sick.
It's how he was
After-
able to live in the dungeon for so long.
After seeing what Zera did to him, Pax is gonna walk up to her and be like, "I am so sorry I tackled you. That was my bad. I'm sorry."
No, darling, it is okay. I understand. You had a problem because of this stupid idiot and his brain things. It is not you. You are fine. I forgive you. Yes. No, this is fine. He is unfortunately going to communicate with anyone who puts the ring on, but I actually almost think that I would enjoy doing that if no one minds if I take the ring.
I mean, it's all you. And then as I say that, Clef's gonna walk up, put both hands on Pax and Zera, and be like, "I am so sorry. I tried to smother you to death with a immaculate goose down comforter."
Darling, sweetheart, angel, love of my life, song of my soul. I think he had already cast the spell on the Gustan Carpenter.
No. I mean, you could tell that thing loved me. I'm pretty sure whatever I did changed its mind. But
It tried to attack you.
But I'm not
first.
good at, yeah, it tried to hug me and smother me to death, granted. But I'll practice the spell. I'll
okay.
try it later.
Yep,
Pax is gonna tap your head and be like, "Yeah, yeah."
As you guys
Yes.
are having this conversation, the pylons behind you, the large glowing crystals that have been chained to the floor, begin to crumble and fall apart. And as the rocks break and shatter and turn into tiny pebbles, the rings that once held them to the floor, given to gravity, if you will,
Oh.
and bang against the ground with a loud metallic clang. The arcane symbol in the middle of the floor cracks and fades into darkness, including the candles around you. You do find your way back to the surface where Miriam is still asleep, as far as you know, and you find yourselves able to leave.
I would like to make sure that Miriam is okay before we do.
Same.
Absolutely. You knock on her door and you just kind of hear like, what?
Darling, we are allowed to leave.
Yeah, your dad's dead. I'm
Sorry.
sorry to tell
Well
you this
done.
way.
What?
How is a she?
We took care of the problem. Unfortunately, your father will not be returning to assist you, but the inn is now yours to do with as you please. And hopefully everything will turn out much better in the future. Please do not turn to necromancy.
Yeah, noted. Okay. I'm gonna move you guys over here to the door. Damn
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Not what I want to move.
Would you like me to
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Would you like me to give any messages to your father?
Rotten hell.
Oh, I will ensure that he has a terrible time. I mean, I will tell him the message.
What are you talking about?
You do not want to know.
She's a cleric she means through like prayer and shit like that.
Yeah, don't
roll
worry
me a
about
deception check.
Is it at advantage?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where am I rolling, or is the belt rolling?
Well, you lied initially. Clef's backing you up.
Okay. I wanted to.
Yeah, I'm definitely rolling this. Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, by all means, you guys can roll separate.
Oh,
If,
okay.
If you don't mind.
Either or.
I rolled two of them at the same time. So, but you roll and I'll roll.
Okay.
Ooh, that actually worked out in my favor because it was a 6 and a 5. But this is a 18 plus 3, 21.
I rolled a 9 and that's 19.
That's disgusting.
I'm a good liar.
She believes you.
That's disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine getting below a 20.
Fuck off. Take a utensil and eat with it. I do have the mind shielding ring on, by the way, and I do intend to spend the rest of eternity singing "I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts" in my head to the ring. Very off key.
Fair enough.
Every time she's like, Clef, hit it, I'm like,
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Do-do-do-do. There they all are standing in a row.
and I
Bum,
want,
bum, bum.
and I want to play the bagpipes to the backing track of this, just so he can hear them.
So,
Welcome to the rest of your eternity, my friend. I hope you enjoy your hell.
you just hear,
Hey.
because one of the things it does say about the ring is that they can leave at any time.
Mhm.
So he just,
Which means he spends hell with me, or he spends hell in hell.
you just hear like deep grumbling in the back where you're pretty sure it's swear words. But with that, all of you, including Miriam, leave the front door back out into the town. And you do notice that some of the fields have just the slightest hint of green as you set off into the sunset, with Miriam waving and kind of looking back at the now decrepit inn and tavern that was once the Golden Sunrise. Thank you all for playing my one-shot, guys.
Of course. Clap, 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 clap.
I'm sorry that I charmed you, Noel.
No, that was awesome.
That was so flavorful. Where she's like,
Oh.
guys, stop it. He's a great dude. Trust me.
For our audience, don't forget, we will have links down below to tell you all of the cool information about what is coming up. We have our merch store, lots of cool stuff in there, including our Keeper shirt. I personally think it's super great. No clue why I would think that. We also have our Discord down below. Come join us at Heroes Hall, become a hero for yourself, and all of the other links to our social media pages and everything, so you can keep up to date on what we're doing next. For that, we will see you all tomorrow for metagaming. We will probably be playing League of Legends or Spellbreak. We are choosing between the two still, I think. And next week, we've got Carpway on Monday, and then Tuesday, we will have the next episode in Anna.
UST
So-
episode 18.
We'll see you all then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.